Hello friends, welcome back to my video series on analysis of determinate structures. So this is the fourth part of my video series on work and energy principles. So in the previous parts I have already explained the virtual work principle for the trusses and for the beams. Now let us see the another method of virtual work, that is called Castigliano's principle. This method is actually based on the work and energy principle, that is external work done equal to the total strain energy stored in the structure. Now we'll once again take the same truss example which I had already taken, which is subjected to a external force F, and because of that it will undergo some deformation, and that deformation where I have applied the force F is say delta F. And when I try to plot the force and deformation curve, it will be something like this, because I am applying a gradually force, so the line will be a linear one till it reaches an equilibrium point. So the total work done by the external force is equal to, it is given as half of F times delta F. Now where K is actually the slope of this line, so I can rewrite this equation like this. W is equal to this F, I will take here F by 2, and delta F I will represent it in the form of F over K. So let this be delta F. Let me use some different color pen here. Yeah, so this is delta F because I'm taking slope of the line as K, and the total strain energy stored in the structure is summation of half of Fi, that is the component forces because of the externally applied force, and Di is the deformation in each and every component. So this U represents total strain energy stored in the structure, and I can represent this as U is equal to summation of this Fi I will take here, so it is Fi by 2, and Di is actually given as Fi Li divided by Ea. This is the deformation in each and every component, and this Fi is once again the component forces, Li is the length of each and every component, E is the Young's modulus, and A is the cross-sectional area. So this we have already learned in the previous videos. Just a summary of that. There is just a background work to dive into the Castigliano's principle. Okay, now the force in the component of truss due to external load Fi is actually the function of force F. That is, whatever forces are there in these members, that is Fi, this is actually the function of externally applied force F, that we can easily understand. Hence what I can say is the external work done is also a function of force F, and the strain energy stored in the structure is also a function of force F, because the member forces is a function of force F. Then the work done by the external force should also be the function of force F, and the strain energy stored in the structure is also function of force F. Okay, so what happens then? Next, what I will do, I will disturb the structure by adding an additional force into the structure. This is an imaginary force holding this delta F constant. Now because of this application of this additional force F, the member component forces will also have some additional forces, that is represented by delta Fi, and we know that this we have already established, that is the work done is a function of force F, and the strain energy is also a function of force F. Okay, now if I try to do that for the disturbed structure, external work done is a function of externally applied force F and the disturbance caused to the external force F, that is delta F, which is equal to strain energy, which is once again the function of force F, because of plus the additional imaginary force which I have applied. Now if I use the Taylor series of expansion, if I expand, so it will be like this: W of F is equal to dou W by dou F with respect to F into delta F, which is almost equal to strain energy, which is function of F, dou U by dou F with respect to F times delta F. So this is a partial differentiation of W with respect to F. But we know that work done, which is function of force F, is equal to the strain energy also, which is function of force F. So this and this are equal, so I can easily cancel them out. So when I do that, I will arrive at this kind of an equation, that is dou W by dou F with respect to F equal to dou U by dou F with respect to F, that is partial differentiation. Okay, now we know this formula, that is W is equal to half of F times delta F, which we have written it as W is equal to F by 2 times F by K. Now when I partially differentiate this with respect to X, I will arrive at this kind of a function, that is dou W by dou F with respect to F is equal to F by K. But F by K is already delta F, that we know. So I can once again substitute this into this equation, that is this will be now delta F. So I will arrive at this final equation, which is delta F is equal to dou U by dou F with respect to F. That is, to find the deformation in the structure, you have to partially differentiate strain energy with respect to F at F, and this is actually called as Castigliano's equation. This is the final form of the Castigliano's equation, which we can use to find the deflection at any point on the beam. Now the above expression says that to evaluate the deformation, we need to partially differentiate U with respect to F. That is actually the principle of Castigliano's theorem. And now in the further videos, we will solve the numerical examples based on virtual work principle and the Castigliano's theorem. Virtual work principle is also sometimes called as dummy load method, and Castigliano's principle is a Castigliano's principle only. We'll solve some numerical example on trusses and beams and frames using virtual work principle and Castigliano's principle, and we'll see how to analyze such structures. Till then, thank you. Bye. Yeah, but before finishing off that, I will try to explain you how you can apply the Castigliano's principle for other types of structures, like for truss. U is given as, that is strain energy is F square J Lj divided by 2 Ej Aj. Fj is the force in each and every component of the truss because of the external load applied. Lj is the length of each member. Ej and Aj are the Young's modulus and cross-sectional area. And when I substitute this in this equation, when I try to partially differentiate this with respect to F at F, I will arrive at this kind of an equation. And for beam, it is strain energy is integration of m square by 2ei into df into dx. When I try to put in this equation and partially differentiate with respect to F, I will arrive at this equation. And for frames also, the same equation you can apply. So friends, we'll solve some numerical examples in the next videos. Till then, thank you. Bye.